Hey everybody, I'm gonna give Facebook just a second here to do its thing and alert people that I am live, and I'll let you know that this is really unplanned, but interestingly enough, I was planning to do this live because I think this is a really important message for me to share, but I went to an event for it's kind of for local women today, and we had a speaker who, she was awesome, and she talked about communication for business owners, and it was just really powerful, and it actually just reaffirmed that this was something that I really needed to put out there. So it looks like some people are jumping on, which is awesome. Hey everybody. And so I'm just gonna dive into this, and this is something that I would love to know if it resonates with you. So as a woman, maybe it seems like it's all guys on here right now, but as a woman and as a business owner, I've been really sensitive for years, as long as I've been doing this, to being really neutral. So I would be really afraid to stand for something, right? To draw a line in the sand. I was always really good about, emphasizing, technique and kettlebell training and that kind of stuff. But like, in terms of standing for something huge and what my life's purpose is, I was always afraid to kind of put it out there. I was afraid that people would judge me, or that they wouldn't like me, or that I would offend them somehow. And so one of the things that's been really helpful for me has been working with my business mentor, who is amazing. So shout out to Emma Churchman, should you happen to see this, but she is amazing, and she has helped me in so many ways uncover really why I'm here and what I need to do. And so, I owned a gym, and I really wanted to please everyone. I worked for a company, and I felt like I kind of had to represent myself in a certain way. And I'm really starting to break out of that. And I'm starting to realize the importance of standing for what you believe in and being unapologetic for who I am and what I stand for. And so one of the things that the speaker I listened to today said was that how we communicate about ourselves has to be our first priority, and even more so on days where we're feeling fearful or maybe where we don't believe it. And so, I'm all about authenticity and really, standing for what you believe in. But my mentor, she had asked me at one point, what I would do if I had infinite amounts of money. And I literally couldn't think of anything because I want to help people, and I don't know, it was just this kind of weird moment where I'm like, I have a lot of the things that I need. So, what more is there to all of this? And so we started talking about desire and what my deep desires were and what essentially my purpose and mission are. And I couldn't put it into words, but she did. And so I have two primary businesses, as some of you may or may not know. The first is in helping fitness business owners and personal trainers grow their businesses through, it's essentially content. It's powerful relationship building content. And I believe that content like that, relationship building content, in-person relationships and connection are the future of business. And so I kind of had to hold back on that for a long time. And I'll tell you, I've done this, I've had a confessional before, but like when I had my gym, I knew about numbers and systems and stuff like that, but I didn't really have any. And I built a hugely successful business on relationships. And I really firmly believe that, yes, the other things are important, but they come after relationships. And so I'm standing for that in all that it is. And the way that I write and the way that I communicate with people is really, really powerful. And I haven't fully been able to own that until recently. My other business is much more controversial, and that is in cryptocurrency and educating people on Bitcoin and helping them get involved and make money in that space, essentially, if that's something that they choose to do. And the more I've learned about governments and particularly banking institutions and history from the 20th century, I start to feel like a conspiracy theorist when I'm talking to people, but the reality is that I believe Bitcoin is the solution to so many 20th century problems that we've had. I think it will be the thing that helps people who have never had an opportunity to be banked, or who are underbanked, or who live in places where governments and banks steal from them. I believe this is the thing to get people out of that and to give them an opportunity and be on a more even playing field. I also believe for people like me and you that it's an opportunity to fully own and control what's ours for the first time in human history. And I've talked before about how those two businesses are linked because of the way that I'm helping people, and because I see the kind of the humanitarian causes and the relationships and connections. And so, but I wasn't really able to put it into words. At first, I couldn't even see that the two businesses were linked. And then I wasn't able to articulate how. And Emma really helped me with that when we spoke last week. And so what we kind of came up with for my purpose and mission is to create a new paradigm for human connection. And like, to me, that is so crazy powerful. That is something that will get me out of bed. That is something that will get me through writer's block. That is something that will get me to stand up in front of a crowd and speak my mind and speak my heart, even if everybody doesn't agree with me. And so let me just repeat that, because she put it into such great words: to create a new paradigm for human connection. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing that through helping business owners grow through that relationship building. And I'm also doing that almost in support of Bitcoin. To me, is like supporting an incredible humanitarian cause, and the things that I'll be able to do with the money that I earn through my cryptocurrency investments over the next couple of years is going to support that more. I had this dream. Some of you may know I have a master's in Holocaust and genocide studies, and I think it was my last or second to last semester. I spent a whole semester researching Sierra Leone and Civil War and child soldiers, and I've always had this dream of doing something in that country. And as I'm starting to dream about what I would do if I had infinite amounts of money, or the significant amount that my crypto investments are mathematically supposed to return, I'm starting to think about, what can I do? What would I do with infinite amounts of money? I would support a project there. I've always had this dream. I worked in restaurants forever, of being able to tip people, 100%, at least a couple times a month or something like that. I know that might sound silly. I would love to be able to pay for other people's vet bills. So for people who have sick animals that they can't afford to care for them, because I've been through that a few times and it's horrible. And I've never had to turn down care, and I'm thankful for that. And I'd like to give that gift to other people. I'd love to be able to donate supplies and resources to different animal rescues, to pick up checks for random people at restaurants. Like, I'm just starting to get really excited about thinking big about what I can do if I achieve that goal of creating new paradigms for human connection. So this is a little bit all over the place. It was totally kind of unplanned, but I'm getting really comfortable when I focus on the positive outcomes of where this is going to lead me over time. I am becoming less and less afraid of offending, of drawing those lines in the sand, of standing for something that not everybody is going to like. And I'm actually really excited about it, because it's going to allow me to speak from a place of authenticity, of deep, wholehearted belief, of personal power. And those things are going to change my life and change my business. And I would encourage you to think about the same. How can you be more authentic? How can you stand for something, even if it may be something that not everyone's going to like or understand or agree with? How can you fully stand in your power? And one thing that the speaker today was that she was talking about women particularly, but I think men and women do this, is that we minimize ourselves sometimes. We're apologetic when we don't need to be. When we stand for ourselves, or when we walk into a room, we can be apologetic just for being there, for believing what we believe, for saying what's on our hearts. And I don't think that is something I'm going to do anymore. And it's going to take practice, because it's been embedded in me. So this is gonna take some time. And so this comes back to connecting your passion with your why. So I'm so passionate about the businesses that I have, and now that I understand that they're connected with that passion and that why of creating those new paradigms for human connection, like, that is just so exciting. I can't even put it into words. And so if you can connect your passion and your why, and you can stand for something that, not everyone's going to love or agree with, I think even better. That used to scare me so much. So it's like crazy how almost excited I am when I have, when I talk about, it's usually around Bitcoin. It's controversial, right? Because people don't understand it. But when I stand up and I talk about that in a room, I'm like ready for someone to challenge me. Whereas years ago, I would have hated that. I would have hated talking about something that causes conflict, even though it's something that I believe in. So once you kind of get all that together, passion, authenticity, mission, what you stand for, what your purpose is, then it's just about showing up consistently and being reliable to your audience, that you are going to have the same voice, you're going to have the same message, and you're going to continue standing for that thing and seeing your mission through to the end. So let me know if this resonates with you, if it's something you've thought about, if it's something totally new to you. How do you feel about standing for something that you really believe in, even if it's not something that is going to even if it's not going to be something that everybody agrees with? Because I would love to hear. I'm really excited about this. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older and I maybe care less what people think, but yeah, I am so excited about creating this new paradigm for human connection, both in the cryptocurrency space and educating people about this and how powerful it is for our world, and in my business, Authentic Conversion, which is helping gym owners build powerful relationships with their clients, with their leads, prospects, any type of audience. And that is so cool because, and I posted about this last night, but I didn't realize, I guess I didn't think about it, but I was, again, talking to my coach, and I realized, wow, I'm still, by doing that, by helping business owners grow, I'm still able to affect people on the individual level around their health, fitness, weight loss, which has been my passion for almost 10 years. And so anyway, it's a lot of random stuff here, but I hope it makes sense. And I hope that this resonates with you on some level. I would love to hear how. I know some of you watching this have no fear around being controversial and again, drawing those lines in the sand. It is something that has taken me almost 36 years to get over. So I'm excited about this, and yeah, love to hear from all of you around that, or around your purpose, or what it is that you want to stand for, or maybe something that you've been quiet about, that you've been scared to put out there. I want to hear about that too. So anyway, I'm going to shut it down for tonight, and hope everybody has a great night and that this resonates or is inspiring in some way. Thank you for watching as always.